Hey guys, today we're doing a review of this bag, the Alpaka Flight Sling Pro. Here at Nomads Nation, we have been reviewing the world's best EDC and travel gear for the last 8 years. And in this video, I'm gonna show you everything you need to know about this bag to decide if it's the bag for you. I'm gonna show you exactly what fits in the bag. We're gonna double check its advertised capacity. I'm gonna give you my brutally honest pros and cons and overall scores. And you're definitely gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video, because if you're not quite sold this is the bag for you, I'm gonna give you 2 alternative sling recommendations that you might like more. Let's jump into it. Let's talk about the gist of the Alpaka Flight Sling Pro. Alpaka is an Australian brand who have been exploding recently. And they're a carry brand, which means that they make things that carry things, whether it's little pouches or wallets or slings or big backpacks. And I'll be honest, I don't think their big backpacks are exceptional all the time, but they're really good at making slings and smaller bags. They just excel in EDC. But this is not advertised as an EDC sling, so is it? It's advertised as a flight sling. What distinguishes it? Well, let me tell you, there is one feature in particular that's gonna blow a lot of people's minds. Let me run you through some of the top ones. It's got a very nice, classy alpaca shape, quick access pocket in the front, double zip access into the main compartment, and a back zipper pocket, ideal for your wallet. The sling also uses custom hardware that is, in fact, easily detachable, therefore allowing you to turn this sling into a pouch. But most interesting of all is the fact that Alpaka has tried to solve one of the age-old questions, not just in the bag world, but the world in general, of how do I fit a little water bottle into my sling? And look at this. You can see it has zippered access to this bottom water bottle pocket holder that uses mesh, some cinchers for extra security. And I'm gonna show you exactly how it works with the water bottle 2 chapters from now. Don't worry, I'll feed you little birdies. Now, Alpaka claims that this sling is 2.5 liters in capacity, but here at Nomads Nation, we always double check that. This is gonna be a little bit weird, because the compartments kind of eat into each other, and then you got the water bottle holder, but we'll do our best. Huge and so many pockets. Okay, we got the bag packed out with our factory grade measurement balls. Let's double check the dimensions real fast. We got a height of 7.5 inches, top width of just under 11 inches, and a fully packed out depth of 3.5 inches. All right, you can see we got the front pocket packed out. This one's a little bit weird. These pockets are kind of eating into each other and fighting for space. So you can see front pocket by itself, just under 1 liter. Main compartment also around 1 liter. So you can see when it's all combined, we're at just around 2 liters, which if you count the little bit of space you get in that back pocket, even though it's basically flush, but also the space that you get with the water bottle holder on the bottom, I can confidently agree that this sling is around 2.5 liters. As of recording, this bag comes in 3 different color options. This is what the bag looks like when it's empty. And here you can see it fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. I'm 5'8", and Jason Bagmoa is 6'2". And don't worry, we're gonna pack this bag out throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. All Alpaka bags are covered by their lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects. And based on the chatter online, Alpaka does a pretty good job of honoring that warranty. And for all that, this bag runs around 80 USD. Now here's the deal. The whole point of this review moving forward is to help you determine if this bag is worth that 80 USD price point or if it's not. But it should be noted, if at any point you're totally jazzed up about this sling and you're gonna make a purchase, we do suggest doing so with the first link in the description below. 2 reasons why. First, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But also that link helps support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team. Thank you very much. Let's talk about the outside of the Alpaka Flight Sling Pro. I think it's got a great shape to it. Really nice design, it looks sleek. Yeah, it's just a good looking sling. And one thing that makes it look extra good, but also not too flashy in my opinion, is this primary fabric. This is AxoFlux 400. It's a ripstop nylon, and it's made in-house by Alpaka. And just like their hardware also made in-house, it's a very rare thing. Like no bag brands do this. And it's one reason why Alpaka is just awesome, and they're able to move so fast because they actually own their own factory in China. And this fabric I've seen go through a lot of variations, but this one is my favorite. One of my favorites. AxoFlux has a lot of variations, but this one most reminds me of what we saw over at Bellroy with their Bida ripstop nylon. And it just means that it's thick, but not too thick. It still has its malleability. It's gonna be extremely abrasion resistant. And it's also gonna give you a bit of weather resistance as well. Overall, it's just a lovely fabric. I'm jazzed up about it. But I'm less jazzed up about the zipper choices. Good news, they're YKK. YKK makes the best zippers in the game. Absolutely love that. Less stoked about the fact that they're PU coated though. You can see right here, the PU coating is this plastic right there. Now, don't get me wrong, PU coating has a function. Based on our tests internally, it can actually stop water and rain by up to 30%. But these are plastic, which means they can peel over time, potentially looking like this. It's just something that I have to bring up in every review. In case it's your first time here, you didn't know that, now you do. Also, side note, I love Alpaka zip pulls. They're one of my favorites in the game. They're so simple. It's just one little laser cut Hypalon sheet, and then they throw a bar tack stitch in the middle. The bar tack gives it nice grip. The Hypalon feels premium. The problem is though, the PU coated zipper is just gonna make it feel a little stickier. I don't mind on a laptop compartment in a backpack. I'll be honest, there's a time and a place for PU coated zippers for me. But on the front opening pocket of a Sling, not as ideal for me. Now we're gonna talk about that pocket and all the pockets, including the water bottle holder in the next chapter. But in the meantime, let's talk about the harness system. Some quick specs. The shoulder strap, just under 3 cm, AKA 1 inch in width. At its longest, you get around 54 inches. And at its shortest, it's just under 30 inches. It's a really nice fabric that they're using here. This is just a nylon webbing, but it's a premium one. The same kind of fabric you'd feel in like a nice seatbelt of a nice car. And then the hardware is, again, Alpaka's custom made. They call it Maglocks with a Z at the end. And I like it and I don't. I like it because of the movement that it offers. You can see that it's gonna sort of flow with your body. So no matter if you're walking with the Sling on the back, on the side, or on the front, this swivel system just kind of moves with you and it's really comfortable and really nice. These aren't gonna like stab you in the kidneys necessarily, but you're gonna feel them sometimes, and it just adds to just a little bit more of a bulky, burdensome sort of feel of the Sling, which is not a deal breaker, but just kind of a part of the experience, and I wanted you to know about it. For me, I found it a very comfortable wear. Most 2.5 liter Slings are gonna be comfy, guys, right? There's not a lot of stuff you're gonna be carrying in here. Some people might wish for a wider shoulder strap and harness system. For me, I think 1 inch is perfect. Only issue I had was I found this buckle right here. It could kind of interfere with my collarbone every now and then, but more over less, a pretty comfortable wear. I'll touch upon that a bit more in the next chapter when the Sling is fully packed out. Speaking of which, let's jump into it. Let's talk about the inside of the Alpaka Flight Sling Pro. As you can see, I got some potential flight gear here. In the front compartment, we've got a key leash sewn in. Not my favorite. A lot of bag brands are starting to move away from sewing in their key leash. I'm sure Alpaka will be very, very close behind. We also got another bulky piece of hardware. Magnetic, which is nice. Clip your keys onto, but it is quite bulky. It'd be nice if Alpaka can eventually figure out how to like bring this down in the bulk, sexify it a little bit, but definitely gets the job done. As our capacity test revealed, there is a lot of capacity in this front pocket, but no additional organization. Give me a good spot for cell phone, maybe your headphones. But one thing to note in this Sling in general is I got my little tidbits of gear, right? Headphones, battery, wire, and there's not a lot of spots to organize everything. Just one big old pocket here, and then in the main compartment, you've got a zippered pocket here, sleeve, and that's it. So if you're looking for the organizational Sling of your dreams, head to the next video, or actually skip to the alternative section, where I'll give you some alternative Slings that have a lot more pockets. But if you're like me and you don't need all those pockets, then keep watching, because the Sling, it's interesting. Something really annoys me about it though. Let's talk about it now. That's gonna be the access in the main compartment. You can see that the zipper stops here and here into the main compartment, and it just creates kind of an access nightmare. It's tight, it's a little dark in there. You do have the ripstop fabric on the inside with this gray cream color, which is beautiful and much appreciated. But it's just tough to get in. And there's no additional organization, which like I said, I don't necessarily need, but I know it's gonna be a deal breaker for a lot of people. So you just gotta kind of throw stuff in there. I'm throwing my passport size notebook, got my Kindle, can throw in the back sleeve, backup mask. Always good to have, fight germs, and also in case your wife is a germaphobe maniac like mine is. Never know when she'll order me to put one on. Then in the zippered pocket, we can go ahead and throw the smaller things, I guess. But you know, you can see the gist here. It's a little bit less organizational. It's not offering you a lot, but you do get versatility with the space. So you can kind of pack more things in the front if you want, or more things in the middle. It's a Sling that lets you do it your way. No real great glasses pocket in the Sling, in my opinion. You can put it in that back panel because there is a microfiber lining there, but then you risk it maybe getting crushed against your body. Then for the back pocket, it's tight. It's a really tight one, which is fine. I'm used to that. Back pockets on Slings are always, pretty flush, which is why we didn't test the capacity of that pocket. There is none, which is why it's the perfect spot for your wallet, passport, and/or boarding pass. Always secure too. It's pressed against your body no matter what position you're actually wearing the Sling in. I'm not crazy about this lip though, right here. It does offer a little bit of security, kind of conceals the zipper, but if you did get caught in a little bit of rain, it could create a bit of a pool. This is not a PU-coated zipper. Let me know what you think though. Do you prefer the extra discretion that this flap offers? It gives it a really nice clean look. Or on the flip side, do you not like the potential pool party disaster that it poses? For me, I can take it or leave it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But now, let's discuss the moment we have all been waiting for, the water bottle holder test. And I think it slaps this thing, but with a couple of caveats. As always, there's always caveats with Nomads Nation reviews. First of all, I just think it's really unique. I've seen water bottles having like a sleeve or a slot or a clip system on the bottom of a sling before, nothing new there. But I haven't quite seen it implemented like this, where you've got the zipper running around the edges, right here to here. And that's a big problem when it comes to the main compartment, because the main compartment can't go any lower like you would normally see on a sling, because the zipper here interferes with that, right? We got two zips, there can only be one. So like everything with design and soft goods, you know, the awesomeness of having the water bottle zipper zip almost all the way around creates some compromises with that top zipper, always compromises. The water bottle holder itself is using a beautiful power mesh, nice and elastic. And you can see, let's just test it. I got my 24-ounce Columbia water bottle, and it is fitting in there absolutely perfectly, even though we filled out the main compartment pretty full. So that's what's so nice about this design. Oh, I just realized, no top handle either. I was gonna grab the top handle to show you guys, but there is no top handle, which is gonna be a problem for some people as well. But anyways, back to the water bottle holder. It's really impressive because you can see the design. It didn't take away from what's happening in any of the compartments. You just added more capacity. And the cherry on top is if you see me walking around the streets of Hong Kong with this, it doesn't look too bad. Sometimes throwing a water bottle in a small sling like this just makes it look like but it's actually kind of concealed. But we're gonna have limitations for what water bottles we can hold. Obviously, the 1 liter Yeti is bigger than the sling itself, but you know what? You know what though? No, okay, there is a limit. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I'd recommend getting a water bottle or using a water bottle around this size if you wanna use this sling, which you can see has a girth of just under 3 inches. Not max, but like comfortably max. And what's cool is a pocket like this could be used for other things. Throw your umbrella under there, especially after a rainy day. That is awesome. Because think about it, it just rained. Your umbrella, you don't want to carry it, right? Because we're lazy. And you also don't want to put it in the main compartment and get everything wet. Down here, out of sight, out of mind, the mesh will dry significantly faster. This is great. So really, from a water bottle and just like general, I want to carry extra things in the bottom of my bag perspective, this is like a 10 out of 10, I think. It's really cool, very functional. The only problem is gonna be the compromises that have to happen with the opening of the main compartment and probably the extra organization you're missing out because of it. So a bit of a pro and a con, depending on what you favor. Now I gotta say, if you're still watching this review, you're still with us all through my like super nerdy bag rants, thank you so much. Also, I wanna welcome you to Nomads Nation again, and I gotta tell you that if you're enjoying the super nerdy bag rants, you might be a little bit of a bag nerd, or at least you like gear, and you might be into like travel and EDC and carry. If that's the case, I gotta tell you that here at Nomads Nation, we don't just do gear reviews on the YouTube channel, but we also have the Nomads Nation newsletter. And in that newsletter, you could look at me like your reporter in the field, where I'm bringing to your inbox a few times a month everything that's happening in this incredible industry of gear, travel, and carry. We've got over 10,000 other subscribers on this email list, an industry-leading 71% open rate as of recording, which is kind of like mind-blowing. But I think it's because I'm so proud of what we've done. It's a one-of-a-kind newsletter where you can see breaking news, limited edition releases, industry trends, and everything in between. And to sign up, all you gotta do is find this globe emoji in the description below. Hope to see you in your inbox. Let's talk about the most crucial part of this review and cover the overall pros and cons of the Alpaka Flight Sling Pro. Pro number 1, awesome water bottle holder. Pro number 2, removable strap, therefore enabling you to double it as a tech pouch and or travel pouch. And pro number 3 for me is I just freaking love this Axoflux ripstop nylon. I think it looks good, I think it feels good. Should be noted though, Alpaka can switch out their fabrics depending on what's available and what's in demand. But on the flip side, all bags have cons. Here are 3 of mine. Con number 1 is going to be the limited access into the main compartments. Con number 2 is going to be the limited organization within all the compartments. And con number 3 for a lot of people, lack of a top handle will be a deal breaker. Okay, now let's take these overall pros and the overall cons. We're gonna mash them together and give you our overall scores. Should be noted, these scores, they're personal, guys, just based on my experience using the bag. For my first score, comfort, I'm gonna give this bag a 3 out of 5. Overall, it's a small sling. Guys, it's not gonna be super uncomfortable, but it's not a perfect score because if you are loading it with a water bottle, it can get heavy. You've got a really nice padding here though, so I will say that it never felt awkward or like it was like stabbing me in the organs or bumping against me. It's cozy in that sense, but it's not really gonna wanna stay in your chest just because of the weight and the way that the gravity has pulled it down based on when I was using it. But with all that weight, some people may have wanted a thicker shoulder strap. So kind of pros and cons, 3 out of 5, final answer. Next up for value, 4 out of 5. Alpaka could charge 100, 120 for this sling. They're coming in at 80 bucks. This is one thing that Alpaka does best, is delivering value. And for my overall score, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think it depends on what you value. If the awesome water bottle holder is the deal breaker, then like, just go ahead and get this because it kicks. But if the compromises of the lack of organization and the access to the main compartment, you know, they're also real. So those might be deal breakers for some people. It just kind of depends on what you value. But a reminder, if you totally dig this sling, like I do, I think it's actually really awesome, and you're gonna make a purchase, we do recommend doing so with the first link in the description below, just because that link makes sure to get the best price, and if we have any discount codes, that's where you'll find them. But if you're not quite sold that this is the sling of your dreams, let's talk alternatives. First of all, if you are new to our channel, you should definitely check out our leaderboard rankings video. In this video, myself and the rest of the Nomads Nation team, we all pick our favorite bags in different bag categories. We're a bunch of bag nerds. We all got different likes and dislikes. So it's just a really good way to get like an idea of what the best options are on the market from different people's perspectives. And I've gone ahead and linked that above. Also, you should know that after reviewing like 300 bags here on Nomads Nation, I decided to build my own bag brand. Launched a few years ago, it's called Firo, and we specialize in making gear that keeps modern professionals streamlined and focused. We've got a travel bag, an everyday carry bag, and our own sling that can also fit a water bottle, some sizes. I'm so proud of the bags we've been making at Firo and the community that we've been building. And to find out more, you can do so at firo.co or with the second link in the description. But if we're really close with the Flight Sling Pro, here's 2 alternative bags that might get you a little closer. First up, pretty obvious, the Rework Toshi. If you are new to this industry, let me tell you, you're gonna hear this name a lot. Rework has made one of the best slings ever. It's actually not like my personal favorite, but just in regards of like community feedback, it's S of the S tier. It's a great pick for you if you want a killer sling that has a bunch of organization and can still hold a water bottle at the bottom of the sling. They just do it with their like harness system. It's not as secure, but it's right there. And alternative number 2 is going to be the Topology Bottle Sacoche. This is a great pick for you if, again, you're prioritizing a sling that can fit a water bottle and you're cool with the lack of organization, but you want better access into the main compartment. Actually, the Topology has a really interesting design where it has like 2 main compartments and a brilliant water bottle holder in the middle of those 2 compartments. It's developed by rock climbers. It's not a perfect bag. It definitely has some faults, but every bag does. Topology, Rework, Alpaka, just about kind of find the bag that best suits your needs. And if you want to learn more about the 2 alternatives, you can do so by watching these videos right here. If you got any questions about any bags, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron. This is Nomads Nation. We'll catch you guys next time.